Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's video, it is 5:53 p.m. I have turned in my last project for another completed, hey, 3 projects just came due in the same weekend to be done. We did it, team. It's over. I made it. Hell yeah. Now I'm playing Monster Train. I was gonna play Monster Train when I woke up, but instead of playing Monster Train right when I woke up, I made food. Like I put something in the oven. So it was like a 20-minute cook time, and I was like, yeah, I definitely can't finish Monster Train and then make it to get my food. And I'm not gonna pause the episode. So here we are, roughly 4 or 5 hours later than I intended, or not intended, but planned on recording this. How you doing? I'm not doing too bad. Thanks for asking. It's Tethys today, so I'm about to be doing real bad. Not a whole lot today. I woke up, I started my project, and I just finished my project. It was my last one, and it was mostly done. I had to do a diagram, and then it was done. Oh no. Oh no. Monster Train. Really? You're giving me Stygian Hellhorned? It's okay, I've lost this combo enough times now that I know where the pitfalls are. I'm ready. I will overcome this. I can do it. I know I can. Yeah, otherwise not a whole lot with me today. Just projects. And yesterday also pretty much just projects. I've been really enjoying... Oh, sorry, bumped my desk. I've been enjoying doing Monster Train earlier in the day. It's nice to be finished stream and then not have to keep talking. It was pretty rough, but anyway, let me ask you a little question. Let's begin the run, shall we? So what's today's question going to be? Great question. That is not the question. However, good question. Today's question is, if you had to pick, what would you say is your most used form of cooking? If that makes sense. Like you gotta eat, and typically you gotta cook your food. What do you feel like you do the most? Throughout all of my teenage years and into my early 20s, am I still in my early 20s? Don't. Anyway, I was definitely always a microwaver. I microwave everything. These days, I've been doing a lot more pan frying foods. I've been taking components, putting them in a pan and heating them up that way instead of microwaving everything. It's not, maybe not quite taken over the microwave for me, but it's pretty close. It's like, I've been making a lot more like stir fries and noodles and burritos and things like that. And I've been making a lot less frozen meals. It's been a bit of a change, but definitely a good one. Maybe some people, maybe the oven. I think one answer that I'm going to get, and I'm gonna go, oh yeah, is definitely an air fryer. I should get an air fryer, but that's for later on, I suppose. I gotta get out of the microwave life. Maybe one day I'll be able to live my life without a microwave at all, but that might be hard. It's just been a part of my life for so long, you know? Anyway, let me know. And also, let's begin. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Today's Stygian Hellhorned. It's damage shield, plating steel, Daedalus, Darkness Arcus, Sap Seraph, Titan's Gratitude, Fledgling Imp, Unnamed Tome. Wee woo, we're Stygian Hellhorned, we have no health. I will take Queen's Tail. I could take Pyrewall if I wanted to be safe, but I see myself playing an Endless Imp idea here. So we need to prioritize, and I think, so this is something I've been wanting to mess around with. Ever since the DLC hit, I've been like, yeah, Chillwind sucks, right? This unit's terrible. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. We have Torch, so I don't need to take Sweep for the pings. Here's my big hypothesis for you. I think that you can play Chillwind Tethys, but you have to treat her like Little Fade, where you take no pack shards at all, so that you don't have any enemies spawning with spikes, you don't have any enemies spawning with Sweep, and then you can use Tethys to be a major damage source through Daedalus. You just pick up a tank, and then after Daedalus you throw her away because you picked up a good unit. That's gonna be my hypothesis for this run. I think I've been baiting myself too much with Handheld Totem, and I've been getting caught up in the hype. Handheld Totem doesn't make a lot of sense here. I think that this is the idea. And so we're not going to click on any pack shards. I might take 10 here for the boons. It is reasonable. But yeah, we're going to pretend that this is a pre-DLC run, so no spikes on the enemies. We're just going to pretend like we're playing Tethys, but it's like a year ago. Tethys, she's... How did I feel like pre-DLC Tethys was actually pretty well liked. Back before the Divinity came in and ruined it all, am I right, fellas? Oh yeah. I've been wanting to play around with this though a little bit. Too bad no torch. We're gonna do double fledgling imp here. I want this way. Yeah. So this guy's gonna get damage shield, but this is a lot of damage. We just soften up the ones that get damage shield and then it's fine. Both of the imps will chump block and die, no problem. It's better to play Frozen Lance than just to torch the 5-1. Unless there was a reason we didn't want them to go to Pyre, but there is not. Yo, I can silence his Weight of Contrition? That doesn't happen very often. Actually, I'm gonna play Titan's Gratitude like this. It doesn't really matter because we have plenty to defeat this boss, but, you know, maybe you can make a case that Train Steward would be better to have in here. It doesn't make a difference though, really. We have so much damage because of Frostbite plus Rage. Yeah, clean first combat. We're just gonna play it all like that. I'm gonna take Ice Tornado here. Default Stygian, your boy loves Ice Tornado. This card's great. Exile Stygian, you know. I feel Hornbreak. Right? It could be Fortify. 5 armor for Tethys. This is actually, you know, this is a defensive option. And what are we lacking right now pretty sorely? Defensive options. You can argue that a good defense is a good offense with Hornbreak, but the only unit that this kills that Torch does not kill is frontline tank type enemies with armor, right? I was like, I'm hearing a noise and I cannot identify it. I figured it out. It's my computer fan. I thought it was like pouring rain or something. I'm gonna take Fortify. I think that Fortify is not great, but it is 5 armor in this early game, and sometimes that's going to matter. Yo, just show me a Siren here, make the run easy. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. So I said we weren't gonna take any pack shards. I will be taking 10 pack shards for multi-strike and can armor too. You know, some games of Monster Train, the game is very hard, right? And runs like that, I feel like I tend to lose. We tried to prepare ourselves for it by picking Frostbite. Move on, I don't want to take anything there. Thinking about going back and doing a removal, but nah. Armor 10 will make me take damage. What am I looking for here? It's 100% I'm looking for Hot Shark. I'm willing to take some damage for Hot Shark on this combat. But some runs of Monster Train are very difficult, right? Some runs of Monster Train, the game is very hard. They give me no good options, and we have trouble, right? See yesterday's run where, you know, you can play to the best of your abilities, but sometimes at the end of the day, it's just not going to be enough, right? Fine. I'm going to play the Fledgling Imp and then put a Train Steward down in front of him to do 11 here. It's a darn shame about these collectors. I didn't want to take the Ember Drain because I do want to play Ice Tornado somewhere on this run. I think it's next turn I want to play Ice Tornado. We throw 1 Frozen Lance out and then we prep Ice Tornado for next turn. Yeah. But sometimes you walk into the second ring of Monster Train and they give you the perfect options. I missed this kill by 1 damage. You hate to see it. Sometimes you just walk in here and they give you perfect options though. This is exactly what I took Fortify for right here. We give Tethys 2 armor. Tethys is much better off. I'm happy to play a Train Steward here. We give Tethys 5 armor, pardon me. Instead of dying in 2, she dies in 4, which is like a lot more Frostbite. Probably enough to help me kill the boss even. Look at that. Great job, Tethys. Like, overall, I feel like I played this early game smart, even though I high rolled. And, I mean, this fight would look a lot worse if I didn't high roll, but we would just not take the trial. No problem. I want to pick Energy Siphon here. I know it maybe sounds counterintuitive, click Crystallis, because the card's good. I guess realistically I can just go to magic shops wherever they show them now and start to focus up on that. And focus up on removing cost. Cost reduction is what I want. However, this is a position to find Conduit and put Conduit in as well. But will I be able to keep Conduit alive into the late game? This is a bit of a question mark. I think it's okay to play Crystallis here. I think that last fight looks a little worse than it actually is because the enemies were... they were cursing me, right? So the incants look worse. I'm gonna play Vent here because this is a free incant with some utility. I don't need Rage, I just need incants. These units are not good. Brandon, Horned Warrior, Steelworker. These are not the idea. I took 2 damage for 10 gold, which is, honestly, it's not that bad of a trade. I'm going to go left as there is nothing I want at the steel shop. I know I could play Endless Fledgling Imp, but that is minus... I guess it's actually not -1 card draw because of Queen's Tail. Huh. I don't feel... It doesn't seem right to me to give up on the value we can see over here. There's 2 good units we can hit at the banner. It doesn't seem right to give up on that to go look for Endless Fledgling Imp, but he is free. I'm gonna go left. Scorched Steel is also really good. This is another great card to help keep Tethys alive. Could take Hell's Banners, but I don't need it. Yeah, these aren't the unit hits I was looking for, as you can probably imagine. I'm okay to skip here. If you're not watching, it's called Kalia Armor Shark in there. In that Stygian banner. Oh, baby, build a card? Don't mind if I freaking do, buddy. Do not mind if I do, Buster. I want buff. I actually think I want to take Ascend here, because if I take Ascend, I can play Tethys and 3 Sirens without playing a... I'd have to put Holdover on it, but that's fine. I want to take Ascend here. Oh, or I... Yeah. Or I just take gold for sure early on. Dude, this event is crazy. Getting plus 20 gold on a card at the start of the game is nuts. In no universe, so the Ascend card is fine because in no universe do I want to play anywhere other than top floor. So in the worst case, this does nothing, and in the best case, it lets me overstack my floor with an extra Siren. I think the ideal might be hitting a Siren off of Daedalus so I can do the infusion and see the magic shop. Yeah, remember yesterday's run where I didn't go to the magic shop and then looked ahead and saw no magic shops? That's what we're doing right now. It's really, really rough here though, because up until Seraph, the Hellvent and the magic shops are exclusive. If I want to go to all the Hellvents, I have to miss all of the magic shops, which is pretty gross, but it's okay. I should have looked at this temple, but actually no, I shouldn't have, because what would happen, I don't want to take any pack shards going into Plating Sealed Daedalus. We're not that strong yet. You want to take it easy here, I would say. I want to be able to do something about these explosives, like play Train Steward, I guess. Oh wait, he lives? What the fuck? Yeah, this is only 10 damage, I guess you're right. That's fine. I'm gonna focus on incanting the Siren here. I think that for the next, like, not really weeks, but for the next short period of time, I'm going to spend... I want to play Frostbite Tethys more. I want to start playing lines that I really never play, like Frostbite Tethys, for example. There's another one I want to play, which is Reaper Prince. I want to try out Dire Channel a little bit. Like, I just want to go through and try all of the lines that are pretty universally agreed upon as bad. I think I play Ice Tornado here. Wow, that is incredible. Alright. Great job, Ice Tornado. I was looking at it and I was like, It probably kills the 5-1, and that's a good outcome for me. Nah, dude, it killed the bomb, I guess. I guess that killed the bomb. There's nothing left for me to silence. I was holding the silence to silence a bomb, but there's nothing to silence left that matters, so I'm going to play all my incants here. And we actually got them all, which is pretty slick. Old magic for some more money. Yeah, really, I'm eating it a lot on Ember Drain in these fights, it seems like, right now. So here's the problem, right? If I take energy, it makes it bad to pick Conduit. Or not bad, just less good, I guess, really. Again, wow. I feel like in this position, I want to take draw first, and then after we take draw, we can evaluate if I take energy or not. Based on if we see Conduit almost entirely. Ancient Synergy is a good pickup here. Yep, that's a strong card. No, I'm not going to play Consumer of Crowns video game. I was hoping you would show me a real unit here, not Consumer. Yeah, I'm gonna take draw. It's a little more awkward now. So here's the deal. You have to pick between Hellvent, Duplicate Infused Siren, or go to Magic Shop. I do want to do an infusion on the Siren, but I don't want to wait until... Oh, actually, I have to do it now. Because it's artifact, money, artifact. Wow, this is a really gross... Like, obviously, very, very big high roll on hitting multi-strike Incant Armor 2 Siren of the Sea in the first area. But, like, the Temple and Duplicate spawns are very gross. And not, like, bad, but I could definitely fall into a bit of a trap if I wasn't looking ahead. Thankfully, I already fell into that trap this week, so I knew to look. Before I pick that value stone, I should check if we get Conduit. So that's what we're going to do, if you can believe that. Hello, Conduit Tethys? No Conduit. Okay. I'm almost happy to play Handheld Totem because then it'll always clean up backline until it dies. And it gets 2 more HP, which is pretty good. Why the fuck does Chillwind 2 have 5 HP? Why does my unit have 5 HP? monstertrain? Care to explain? No? Okay. I'm going to take Chillwind 2, I think, because I would still pick Conduit. Not seeing Conduit 2 means that I'm going to take energy at Arcus, but I would still pick Conduit if it gets shown to me. Go ahead and get rid of some Train Stewards. And I am going to pick the Value Stone as well. And I'm going to put it onto, yeah, you guessed it, Ancient Synergy. We're 50 pack shards going into room 4, so we want to be careful, or at least cognizant of that when I think about this trial. What you got for me? It's Party Boy. I should not take spikes. I should definitely not take spikes. As much as I would like to take spikes here, definitely don't want to do it. Yeah, so I'm going to take damage from this enemy. It is the expected outcome. The hope is that I draw enough torches to not take too much damage. Let's take a look at what happens when you play Fledgling into here first. Right. Okay. That's good. Kind of. I'll put the Fortify on... Put on the Siren. Okay. So, maybe I should have put the Imp behind Siren so the Imp gets to swing. Maybe. 106, this is at 109. So if I play the Frozen Lance, the enemy dies, right? So basically, this enemy dies no matter what I do. I'm going to... Oh. So I ping the 9-2. That kills the defender. Our floor's damage is 11 plus 52 is 63, plus 40 is 103, plus 20 is 123. 103, and then the Frostbite. So I'd have to do 40 damage to this Clip Defender. which I do not do. What I'm thinking about here and what I'm talking out here is if there's a way to catch this collector. And I believe pretty confidently after reasoning through the damage, the answer is no. And so I'm going to play Old Magic. I'm going to take 1 damage on Pyre and trade that for 20 gold, and that is worth it. I believe, anyway. Ancient Synergy is the exact card I wanted to see here. I did not get to finish, I did not get to convert from Brain to Voice. I hope I see Ancient Synergy here. Extremely good draw, makes the rest of the fight look a lot cleaner, I imagine. That imp really put in some work chump blocking too. Go get him, boss. Look at that guy. Oh, and we have Unnamed Tome for the boss, so it's not nearly as bad. Crystallising this is probably the right idea. Right, you do this and then I can kill it with Frozen Lance next turn. Save myself the 1 Pyre damage here. Yeah, there's Frozen Lance for you. Or you can play Ice Tornado. I'm gonna play Frozen Lance Old Magic though for the money. The Fledgling Imps with the +5 attack really worked in, really put in a lot of work here, I gotta say. Silence this guy, he's significantly less scary than he once was. Go ahead and take my... If Tethys ever gets hit, she dies, right? 5, 3, yeah. Tethys dies 100%, so I'm going to ping her. What do you got for me? A nice, easy kill. Good stuff, good stuff. I feel like this run, even though it looks like it should be really easy, there's a lot of little bits going on here to keep it afloat. Guardian Stone, I would like to play, but I don't think I can right now. I would also like to play Ice Storm. However, unless there's an Extreme Stone or... Actually, you know what? I'm down to pick it just in case, right? Because you need to see Extreme Stone or +10 Piercing in this temple, but if you do, this card is insane. I have no consumes for Impish Scholar, right? I have Unnamed Tome. Not interested. I'm down to play one of these. I think I'd play Imp in a box. Just 2 more 6 health chump blockers popping out. Pretty good. Definitely in this position I go right. Often I will tell you, you want to look at relics if you can think of like 2 or 3 that are pretty big value. I can think of 3 here. Light's Gift, double incants, Totem Fragment. And like there's some minor value like Tethys' Scales, things like that. +5 would be fine even. Yeah, double incants, you see. It's fine because like you take the guaranteed good value of removals on the left, or you go right and you look for a good relic or 2. And we found a good relic or 2. Yo, Split Anvil. I didn't even think about Split Anvil. That's the other thing, is there's probably going to be a few relics that you don't think about that are really good, like Split Anvil. Oh wow, and Extreme Stone, True Stone. What an extremely powerful section of the game we just went into. I'm going to take Extreme Stone on Ice Storm. Puts me at 65. So at 95, I think I'm going to end up going over, but I don't really want to go over. So if I take 10 here, I can go to an even 100 by skipping a relic, which I am okay with. I think I want to put +10 on the Crystallis. It would diversify a little bit. You could put it on Ice Storm, but it's better to make more spells good, so you have like, hey, this one does 75 to the front, or 70 to the front, and then this one does 150, but at random, right? You got a little bit of variance there. Oh, it's extra space. If I can play Frozen Nostalgia here, it is huge value, right? +15 on all my spells is so much. 17 damage torches, like was it ×5? So like 110 damage Titan's Gratitude or something like that. Is that right? No, it's just 100. These, like, every card becomes so much better if I click Frozen Nostalgia here. But I basically have to give up energy for space at the next one so I can play 2 Sirens. It's a pretty close one, I think. Like, the easy, no thought pick is to grab Railforger's Hammer, and then we get to play Siren, Tethys, and a Fledgling Imp, I guess. Or like whatever imp generates. And that's easy, that's simple, that's good. This is a lot of magic power, though. I don't feel... I feel like it's better to go Railforger's Hammer here. Because... so if I picked up... If I didn't pick up double incants, I would think about that differently. I picked up double incants, so... the Frozen Nostalgia... isn't as good, I feel like. If I picked up Spell Weakness, right, Totem Fragment, I think I would click that, no doubt. I don't trust this combat. I don't trust Sycophant Self-Made Harpy to take 15 armor. Basically, by taking Railforger's Hammer, I can play 2 or even 3 Sirens, which is pretty good. I mean, I'm getting +6/+6 every spell cast, so, you know, you tell me. Does this seem good? Again, I missed the Collector. Hate to see it. I want to silence this wave. I'm going to do it now so he doesn't get any extra attack. Oh yeah, you're going to live. That's true. It's fine. I am going to end up going to like 0 magic shops on this run as well, which is a shame. I would have liked to have gone to a few magic shops on this run. Can you do it like this? I think that's fine. Yeah, she scales very quickly. I would have liked to have had that for this turn, right? This turn is the only scary one. I drew... Oh, we're gonna play Ice Tornado here. May as well play Fledgling in first. I think... No, I put him in first. You can check. And you play Ice Tornado. 2 hits there, it doesn't matter. We have Ancient Synergy. And we're there. This is kind of what I was talking about too, where you pick Frostbite Tethys, and in terms of your long-term game plan, it is just eventually Tethys is obsolete because you have a good unit from Stygian. No order, by the way. Try to get that right in the future. It doesn't matter. I could have played that Train Steward though. Actually, yeah, I could have played that Train Steward though. Right, so I could have brought my Silence to silence the Sycophant as well. I don't think I need to, but I could have. The game gave me Transcendent from one of the inboxes if you didn't see that, so that's what that Tia was. Mr. Transcendent is here to just drop a little rage armor, you know. You know what he does. Pretty sure this is good enough. And yeah, basically taking Chillwind Tethys was just to insulate myself from a bad start, right? Yeah, you have some boss damage. I would have taken a lot on that second combat if I didn't play this like I did. So I feel like this is a good step forward for me. I'm going to skip this. Yes. And I'm going to pick Branding Right. This card is good. I think Branding Right is one of the standout Hellhorned cards that I don't think about as a standout Hellhorned card. Oh, hey. I was wrong, by the way. I did not see this duplicate here. Wow, okay. I did not see this duplicate here. Much better. Oh, I forgot to factor in the fact that I'm going to duplicate 2 Siren of the Seas. It doesn't matter. I'm going to take however many pack shards they show me. Light's Gift, cool. I'm going to take it all because we are... this is overconfidence, but I think we're so strong. With water break in there. We're so strong because I feel so strong because we are so strong. Yeah, go ahead, Fledgling. Get in there. Draw me a card. So I'm thinking here I'm going to take space actually, if you can believe that. Oh yeah, I can play the Siren and Incanter up there. I do it this way so I get the money primarily. The space take is a little strange. Perhaps I won't do it. Oh yeah, these imps live forever. I forgot. I don't think I need... I mean, maybe I silence this. We'll see what it looks like. Forgot I just picked up Light Skip, so these imps are unkillable, unstoppable monsters. Beware. Beware of imp. Gotta get rid of these train stewards too, huh? Yeah. No, I mean, we're definitely in position now where we can just play incant all the way to the bank here. We can play 3 incant, or full incant line and cash in. Was my game okay? Did you see that? I swear it, like, super slowed down there for a second. Maybe it's just too many triggers happening or something. I don't know. I swear I saw that shit, like, freeze for a second. I don't know, man. Monstertrain, it definitely is a great game. It definitely has its flaws. And one of its flaws is some of the extremes of the game can really bog the game down. Some of your more extreme runs. This run isn't even that extreme, all things considered, but like, man. Do you remember the infinite subsuming blade play I did? Like, I don't know, it was a few months ago now. That is a run where I was a little bit afraid that I was going to crash the game. I don't think I've had too many scenarios where I've gone, oh shit, am I going to crash the game? But that is one of them. I tend to play this game pretty, like, slow and not all that crazy. And so I don't do things in the extreme to try and break the game that much. I don't feel like I want to add anything else to this deck. So we have 6 space right now. If I take up to 7 space, I can play... Do we have 6 space right now? Yeah, we have... Yeah, so if I go up to 7 space, I can play triple Siren plus Tethys or plus Imp. And it probably will be plus Imp, too. And it's probably going to be plus Imp. Sorry, Tethys, but you've served your purpose. Even if you show me Conduit here, I think I'm just going to throw Tethys away. You don't even show me Conduit here. You don't even try to extend your life, Tethys. And, I mean, Tethys did her job, though. Tethys 100% did what Tethys was supposed to do on this run. I'm not going to take this money. I don't need it. Mark of Invasion should be fine. We have the stun. But Tethys, we played her to get through the early game. Unlike Little Fade, though, you don't get through the early game and then Tethys wins you the game. You get through the early game and then you win the game because you're Stygian and also Tethys was there. That's how it goes. Now Tethys gets to eat Ember Drain for me, which is, you know, that's a job too, Tethys. Like, you don't feel too bad about it, Tethys. There's still something. It's tough, Tethys. It's tough. It's a shame. I feel it's a shame that they do not seem like... they, in this case, are the developers of monstertrain. Do not seem like they're going to do another balance patch. I would love to... Or maybe they are. I think they said they might do another balance patch, but I'm not 100% certain. I'd love to see what kind of changes they would make to the balance of monstertrain after the DLC, though. I think that would be pretty interesting to see what their data tells them about post-DLC game. Like, what clan is overperforming, what clan is underperforming. I know what I would think based on anecdotal evidence, but, you know, it's hard to use anecdotal evidence to, like, I am one player, right? And I play this game in a specific way, and maybe it's the thing that's very fun to me and why I kind of want to try out some new stuff. Maybe there's a line out there that nobody knows about. Maybe there's some sort of idea that you can play that nobody has tried. That's why I'm trying to be a little more experimentative. Also, you just gotta realize when you have, like, you have a position that's just bad, and you need to ping this imp off, first of all. Like you have a position that's a bad opener, and you have to enter survival mode instead of long-term mode, right? Like on this run, if I play that early game out a little differently, I definitely could die at Talos. So probably not, because it had such a strong start of Siren with multi-strike, but our health was pretty low. Tethys definitely contributed. Tethys doesn't contribute now, but that's beside the point. He's trying, okay? I'm not going to add anything else to this deck. It definitely wins. The hard part of this run now is giving you engaging filler commentary for the next 15 minutes or so. Probably 10 minutes left in this run, I would say. Can I remove Tethys yet? No? I'll remove Torch. It'd be so much nicer if I could just remove my champion from this sort of a run. Lightstone casing. You take Golden Vault and there's just the run becomes, the run is already pretty close to unlosable, but you click Golden Vault and it's just like, it is so hard to die from this position. I have 1,000 gold and I have Golden Vault. I can get hit like 1 billion times. Probably not going to spend any money now. Oh, I got holdover. Here, I'll put holdover on brand. No, I don't want to put, no, I can put holdover on branding right, I guess. Yeah, put holdover on branding right, and that acts as making all of my spells free, basically. Except for Ice Tornado. And then I'll duplicate... Could duplicate Siren. Try to get the legendary quadruple Siren floor. Nah. Honestly, the card to duplicate here is probably Ancient Synergy, so I'll do that. 145 pack shards, not quite the worst. I'll give up a 60 gold to look for a reroll here. Yeah, okay. Just so you can see what there was. Ashes of the Fallen, cool. Cool. 145, let's do it. We went pretty high on pack shards here based on the norm. 145 is quite a bit. This is where you start getting into, like, you gotta be doing some real broken stuff to beat the game. Thankfully, I think we're doing some real broken stuff. I think this is pretty busto. Go get him, Tethys. Good luck. Oh no, my branding right. Oh. Monstertrain. I needed that. I mean, I didn't need that, but I wanted that. Oh, whoops. I think we're doing... This is the sort of run that probably could go as high as I wanted to on pack shards, right? In this position, I'm pretty sure you can do whatever the hell you want. Although, I am going to take a little bit of damage here, as it turns out. I should have played Crystallis first, but I did not. That is my mistake. I'm going to take 75 gold worth of damage. I mean, part of the reason I took Golden Vault is because I can super turn my brain off here. I can make mistakes like that. I'm allowed to. It doesn't matter. I won't make another one like that, but I can. It is a bit of a race because Sap Seraph is going to put a lot of sap on me. This is, I saw in my Discord we were having a little discussion about boss difficulty, and I saw a few people dunking on Sap Seraph, and I gotta tell you, I do think that I think that he's probably. It's tough, right? It's hard to say if Sap Seraph is the best or is the easiest or not. In this position, he is pretty easy, right? We are in a position where the run does very well into Sap Seraph, but he's going to take a lot of my attack off for free. And like he's knocking me down a total of 90 attack roughly right now, which is not something to sneeze at. And his waves are pretty heavy damage output, right? Like these are high damage output waves. It's just that they don't get to attack because I saw light skip. But if you go high on pack shards, he also has 13 times 4. Like thankfully we scale very, very quickly. But Sap Seraph for this run is kind of like Chase Seraph for a Siren of the Nameless Siren run, right? Because Nameless Siren is a lot of damage, but she gets cut down pretty heavily by Chase. Not a one-to-one comparison because these Sirens are like they're not cut by half, they're cut by a fixed amount. And I do think that Sap Seraph is generally pretty easy, but at this point in Monster Train, you look at your Seraph and you go, okay, what threat do I have to answer on Seraph, right? So on Sap Seraph and Patient Seraph, you answer how do the waves and the boss not just pop you, because they're very high damage output. And then on Diligent Seraph, you answer how do I not run out of cards and not get run over by curses. And on Chase Seraph, you answer am I going to die to these buffs being halved? Or sometimes more importantly, am I going to die to enemy buffs being halved? Because if you're relying on Light Skip to be your like frontline idea, it's like, hey, I play Light Skip so that I don't die to enemies. Not on Chase Seraph, you don't. Hold it, Buster. That's Siren of the Sea. What the heck? Tethys! Tethys! I'll play the vent down here because there's a chance that I save my Siren. If I do it. Alright. Yeah, I gotta save these Sirens. Wait a minute. I wonder if that is bad enough to kill me. I don't think it should be, but like, it's a little scary, right? You gotta be a little frightened. Give a little fear. I'm a little afraid anyway. I am going to silence the harvests coming up. However, I am going to wait until they're here so that I get the incant. Let's see what the draw is. Frozen Lance, you know, that does make sense. See what's in my inbox. The Pyre Chomper is good. God, I went up to 12 damage, sweet. Okay. I mean, it's gotta just be like Frozen Lance Ancient Synergy, right? Gave this guy so much attack, or so much armor. And then let's ping this. I got the Ice Storm coming up. I'm happy to hold on to him. Nah, I'm just gonna get rid of him. I'm gonna say I'm happy to hold on to him, but there's no reason to. How much health does the Divinity usually have? Is it 4,000? I feel like it's 4,000. Anyway, here's Ice Tornado. One idea here as well is to, like, there's a world where I play this Ice Storm and then I'm really mad. It's fine. 128, 128. Yeah, it's gonna... I'm never gonna kill this guy. I mean, maybe this is so bad that I lose. I don't think so because I picked up Golden Vault. But I did not think to myself, hey, what if the game really does it to me here, though, right? Like, I didn't stop and go, hey, what if the game really gets my ass? The game got my ass with that Siren draw. After calling Tethys useless, Tethys said, oh yeah, I'll show you useless, and then almost threw the run for me. My own fault. I should have thought about it. I can't really blame Tethys. I should have gone, hey, what if I draw my important card here? I guess instead of buying a bunch of relics and spending all my gold, I Golden Vault and pooled my gold so we could do more fun stuff here. And not lose the run, basically. Thank you, Golden Vault. Very cool. 1, 2, 3. I mean, this is 40, 50, 60 damage that I would take to Pyre being converted to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 125 gold. I'd pay that. These Sirens get stronger. I feel like they get stronger enough for me to be willing to play these. You're never going to incant this Cliff Reflector up enough. Yeah. Thanks, Golden Vault. I mean, I've just paid like 400 gold in this fight. And these Sirens definitely have the health to defeat the boss. But yeah, I have Old Magic with Golden Vault too. That's pretty cool. So the third Siren was unnecessary, but not that unnecessary now, wasn't it? It would have made it look a lot cleaner. I also, in hindsight, I should have put a -1 on Crystallis. I forgot that was 2 cost. And that would have been smart. But, hey, the insurance pick paid off. I guess that I'm just so used to playing at 100 of 100 pack shards that going even a little bit higher, like 145, is enough to make the run look pretty scary. Or a lot scarier than I expect, I should say. But hey, a dub's a dub. Good run. I'm proud of myself for this one. I feel like I played this one out pretty well. Except for one major mistake on the Divinity. But who plays around the 1 in 21? Not me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.